That's good.
Hey you, so today we're going to talk about post-upload depression, or PUD to name it more adorably. PUD is this sense of sadness or emptiness that you feel after releasing something that you've worked really, really hard on. But what is post-upload depression? What causes it? And is there anything that can be done about it? Well, given that this is a made-up term which I made up, I feel like I have the authority to just make up the rest of this conversation too, so let's jump into it. Well, as I mentioned before, PUD is a feeling of sadness and or emptiness. It's an overwhelming sense of nothingness with hints of purposelessness and dissatisfaction and even shame. It's a hole that a lot of us find ourselves in after releasing our work upon the world. But why? Hands today, they're just happening. In my experience, PUD can be triggered by a number of things. First of all, negative feedback. Anyone who's released anything knows just how crushing that one critical comment can be, even if it's surrounded by upwards of thousands of positive ones. And I think that's because we all have fears and insecurities regarding our work, which makes it very hard to believe the people we've fooled into thinking we have talent. However, that one person who hates you and your work just as much as you do, you're gonna listen to them because, obviously they get it, right? They know what's going on. You should respect them and their opinion. Something else that can trigger about a post-upload depression is the fact that as creative folk, we're constantly chasing an ever-moving finish line. The dream of actually creating something amazing and the hope that once we've done so, we will finally feel accomplished and proud of ourselves. However, that moment never really arrives. If it did, people would probably stop making films once they've won an Oscar. The fact is, as we improve, so do our standards, so we can never actually impress ourselves. The last PUD-inducing element is that sense of purposelessness that you can wind up feeling after a project has been completed. A writer writes, a painter paints, and a filmmaker makes films, so in that space between projects when you're not actually doing the thing that potentially defines you, what are you? Are you still that thing, or are you no longer a filmmaker and more of just a film mader? Sure, either way, your time spent in that creative no man's land can be very scary and isolating and what am I anymore? I don't know. So, what can be done about post-upload depression? Well, the best advice I have is to expect it and to harness it. Much like fear or self-doubt, these are natural feelings which help balance us out as people. For me, I accept that PUD is a natural part of my creative process, and so when it arrives, I don't let it destroy me, I just let it motivate me to move on to the next project and try to do better the next time around. To be honest, the only time you should really fear post-upload depression is when you're not feeling it, because that might just mean that you've gotten comfortable and you're no longer challenging yourself. Or you could just be a confident and well-rounded person, but this video isn't for you, you lucky bastard. Get out of here! Wait, no, actually, please come back. Tell me what that's like. So why did I make this video? Well, my hope is that if you feel these feelings, then you too can learn to identify, expect, and harness them. I've seen far too many creative people give up entirely because of this fairly natural state of mind, and that, my friends, is just not an option. Now get back out there and make something. Or don't. I am not your senpai. Actually, here's something you can make, a response to this video. What are your thoughts about post-upload depression? Does it exist? What are your experiences with it? And how have you dealt with it? I feel like these are quite uncharted waters, so let's have a little chat. Anyway, until next time, TomSka out. I am fucking great at this job. I'm out.
Bernie Blaze was an average firefighter until a freak accident gave him superhuman abilities. Now he's Fireman.